B was breakdancing.
Ready. Come on, go ahead.
Me cago with Nah, Grumpy OGs, Hannibal Heck, with my dog Eddie Giggs, a.k.a. Eddie the Ass Eater, Borracha on the fucking sound. That's who you're hearing.
Okay, and you're hearing the voice of Boris, Beats in the Hood.
Yeah.
This is how we always start.
Yes.
Ridiculous.
And today's guest.
We got a good guest here. This is like, see, we are from here. This is our city, our town. We've been here forever. We've seen the clubs. We've seen the rappers. We've seen the producers. We've seen them, and we've had most of them on this show. But we never really covered the club aspect either. Not that I remember. And I like this because we've actually been waiting.
Have Epps on here.
Yeah, but Epps is, he's
That's
a DJ.
Club guy.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But he didn't have his whole team. I wanted 210 and everyone.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's how it goes. But we got a good guest in the house tonight, DJ Don Dinero.
Don Dinero?
Don't
Rob.
Rob Dinero.
I'm sorry. You know what it is?
This
This refugee has been telling me Don out the door, and it's in my brain.
That's what
So
we does.
It's all good. I always
Rob, what it look like?
It's all good. Man, listen, it's a pleasure for me to people say Don Dinero, man, because he's one of the pillars.
Yeah,
of
no,
the
facts.
For sure.
No diss to him.
Sure. There's no
real,
diss to
so-
him. But,
No diss to him.
He's DJ.
He's fam too.
Yeah,
Of course.
nah,
Of course,
He's
of
doing
course.
big things. He got his own apparel too and all that.
Yeah.
No, he's doing
Cuban
big things.
connection.
Yeah.
Shout out to him, man.
Big us.
We've been wanting you on the show. We've had a couple little mishaps. You already know what time
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is.
It's life.
But even before that, we talked about your name a while ago, and we just some fucking disorganized
Because
motherfuckers.
if y'all grew up here in Miami
Right.
in the 90s, the mid 90s, you went to this dude's club. And
Guaranteed.
y'all know about Cream.
Yes, sir.
If you don't know, this guy right here and your brother AD.
AD, big up AD.
Yeah.
Cream was dependent for us. Was like it was the prime spot for us. We know where we're going.
It was that little hub.
It was a meetup. It was everything. It was
That's
awesome.
where we was giving the records away to the DJs and shit. It's the meetup.
How did that come about? And was that your
A lot
first
of
club?
records got broke there.
Yeah. Was that your first time ever doing a club, or
Nah, I mean,
You already had it?
when I came from New York, I had already been DJing in New York and all that, and producing my own little parties on my own out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ever since I was a kid, I started doing it like in basements and things like that. $3 to get in type move.
right?
Saturday night we rent the basement from the super.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we gave him all the Budweiser he could drink, and he was happy. He was like, "Yo, when y'all doing it again?" You know?
That's ill.
That's
You
it.
know?
Yeah.
And
No,
then-
but Cream was way beyond motherfucking
Yeah.
building. That shit was. You understand? Like that was the club to go to. Everybody was talking about Cream, especially in our era.
And just quick, it wasn't when they did Bad Boys. It was Ruins at the time.
Yep.
Oh right.
It was right there. That corner scene right there.
601
Washington.
601 Washington.
Right.
Yep.
That corner right there is gonna be forever in the movie. Even though it was Ruins, but we always think we're like, nah, that was Cream.
I got one great favorite memory of Cream. And it's on my 21st birthday, and it was like we was crew fucking deep. Everybody, all my CHP niggas was there. We went to the club, and we were actually just minding our business. And there's one dude, he kept saying, I'm from Jersey. We're like, that's nice. Who cares? He bumped into me, bumped into Eddie, bumped into all of us.
I wasn't there. I mean, I was
you were
outside. I was outside.
He bumped into about 4 or 5 of us. When he got to EFN was like, what's your problem? I'm from Jersey. That's how we dance. And Steve took him down from behind the neck, threw him on the floor. We beat him down, and it was great. I'll never forget it. It was my 21st birthday, and we beat him down so bad. And then the bouncers picked him up and threw him out.
No, threw him out. But then they threw him out, and like 5 seconds later, E comes out, boom,
fake out of town,
and rushed him
it was
and
great.
knocked the dude in the back of the head. That was that Cream. That was all Cream.
Oh man.
But that was a long time ago, so
Nah, that's
he has kids now. He's not.
I'll never
He's not
forget
a violent
that
man no more.
no crazy. Crazy shit happened at Cream, man.
I'll never forget that.
That
I'll
shit
never
was
forget
nuts.
that.
The way he opened that door, was like, what is that? I said, oh shit, what happened? He just went running towards the dude and just said, "Pakata."
Oh man, that was good. That was good. I had way more.
but
I had a lot of good
parties
times
was
too
good.
besides that day, but that day
No,
I will never forget. It was on my birthday.
That, you know, thank God it wasn't that was crazy where we ain't fuck nothing up.
No, listen, man.
You know,
But that's the nature of that game, though.
Yeah, facts.
The club,
you know,
you gotta be prepared for those things because think about it. You going in there, you have a few drinks, you got a chemical imbalance going on. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna act crazy. You know, clubs gotta be ready for that. And
it's just, but that it's out of stupidity because you can act crazy and have fun.
Yeah.
And knowing you fuck
But
up,
that-
like yo, you
that's
hit somebody, yo,
stupidity.
my bad,
But
my
that
bad, yo,
stupidity
excuse
always
me.
seems to be there.
No, I know. That's
know,
why
we see it all
what
the time.
happened is what happened. But
people drinking, they wild out. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
No, that's
drink and have fun.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
And you in Miami, there's a lot of coochie out here.
Yeah, man. There's too much.
As a DJ, I know you know like a motherfucker.
But you besides Cream, where else was some other notable spots that you was at DJing?
Oh, back then, I was in every spot, man. All the
Mansions.
spots. I used
He
to
was
be.
everywhere.
I was a resident at Level for a long time on the Monday night with Ernie Harrell
Yep.
and all the other DJs.
I know some legends out there. It's
Tom
guaranteed.
LaRock, Eds.
Yeah.
No, it's
I know.
You
we
know.
was there.
that shit was mad fun. So different now. Like,
I haven't even.
like,
I haven't been to go, but I ain't heard no one who has that goes to clubs talk about anything that we saw when we were how our vibe was. These days, it's totally fucking different.
Oh yeah,
Totally different. And I'll be goddamn if motherfuckers are even moving. Everyone's on their phone at the club.
that's what I'm saying.
That shit's embarrassing.
well, they're TikToking, you know, so they're getting that footage.
That's embarrassing.
That footage is
Yeah, I kind of thought I read somewhere that like this generation don't even get as drunk as we used to get drunk.
That's guaranteed.
You know what I'm saying?
I believe
yeah,
that.
but they popping pills and all
Yeah,
types
But
of
that's
shit.
what
They
that's
getting
they
fucked
can't
up
make
in
it to
a-
the bar.
They get fucked up in a whole other way.
Yeah, they pop the pills. They can't
Like,
make it to the
some,
fucking
like
bar.
Adderalls and whatnot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like why you want to go to sleep? We partying.
Right. What do you do as a DJ when if the whole floor is not even dancing but they're all just on their phones?
Man.
What do you play with, or what do you say? I can't even. That's like the last day I DJ. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was
I
a DJ,
I kind of
I'd be mad as
say
fuck.
that most of the
Now,
time.
how was
And
how,
these people are doing something and bobbing their head, or you know, like
Right,
when I do my thing, you know.
right.
you was just spending this was Saturday or at
Tomorrowland.
Oh,
I'm gonna be
the backyard
at the backyard this Saturday. So
this Saturday.
yeah,
Okay.
if you put this out before then,
Well, you know, UB works in mysterious ways.
Yeah, he don't smoke no more, so he moving a little faster.
word up, man.
Moving a little faster, you know what I'm
Saturday
saying?
night,
Damn, that's dope.
the day after Valentine's. So what's that day
Oh,
considered?
that's called the
I don't know what is it.
side
really
side
know.
bitch Saturday.
Oh, word. That's what he
That's
ain't
the
lying.
side
that
bitch.
one?
Yeah, facts.
The day after.
You go out with your main on Friday, and then you got your side bitch on Saturday.
That's foul.
And then if you lucky enough, you got a third Yao Ming
for Sunday.
Sunday night.
Leftover
Sunday
Sundays.
brunch.
You know you do Sunday
Leftover
brunch over
Sundays,
there by the
Sunday's
sea.
the 3rd.
And then they holla, you know,
That sounds like a plan. When have you done that?
never.
Right.
Yeah, I forgot. I talk a lot. Of shit.
Valentine's Day be lonely in this nigga corner.
I got like my image is all right. Like it's like yo, I'm there. Who the fuck I'm gonna take over there?
And you know what made me laugh at it is he come up with some good ass getaway plans. You dig? Like, yo, I'm gonna rent this hotel.
Staycation.
No, pero
Staycation.
te estoy diciendo, it's
Vacation,
more like
yeah.
a date. It's a staycation.
No, it's stay-
It
'cause
is
I'm
a
dolo.
staycation, but it's
I'm by
a great
myself
plan
in a nice
for a shorty,
room,
for him
man.
and a shorty. But he can't ever get the shorty. But he's like, fuck, I got this plan, I got this hotel.
I got the room. I got the
can't-
room. It's got a balcony. It's looking over Miami.
He be 2 days in the beach smoking on the balcony, dolo and shit. He turned that fucking date into a fucking a yoga session.
I was just, I'm just meditating.
I'm just meditating, eat today.
Hey, it's a
Smoke
nice,
20 blunts. Now I'm checking out. I'm going back to Kendall.
it's a nice view. That's it. It's time to go to Kendall.
Life is hard, man.
Why not?
I don't know. That's why I'm glad I'm married.
Soon, I'm gonna try to DJ so I can see if I can get some
For
girls.
real, all DJs get all the pussy.
All of them. It don't matter.
I ain't gonna name
I mean,
the
they
DJs
get
I
married.
know.
When they get married, they get married. But
It's true. We've seen it all our
but
life.
if you don't get married and you're a DJ,
Right. That is so.
that's party, body.
He's thinking.
Yo, man, let me tell you, That's a misconception right there, man.
Stop,
I'm
man.
gonna tell you
Please
something.
break it down.
Well, you more big.
We the
you know
first
that.
ones
I wanna
to
hear
get
the
there,
truth. You're
last
not DJ.
ones to leave. Ain't
Exactly.
nobody hanging out with
Oh,
you at
so
the end.
you heard what he
Especially
said?
now.
First one's to be the last one. That makes so much fucking sense.
We break out with
The club is gone.
nobody.
All the shorties to the crib, and he's still packing up fucking gear.
That's when you
and
get,
counting money.
not
you
even
get their
because of that.
IG and say, "I'll holler at you later, girl." You know what I mean?
No,
you have
listen.
brunch on Sunday.
I ain't gonna lie, we're gaining a lot of followers doing that. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like, it ain't nothing. It's like at the end of the night,
No.
a lot of us go home.
Oh no,
Dolo.
and you're like, he got like a double edged
life?
sword. Nah,
Oh,
double edged
double-edged
sword. He's
sword.
sharp right now. You down with Fulanito too, right? So you hitting the Spanish market hard
Oh
too.
yeah. Hell yeah.
He's just here already. He's profiling you
Yeah,
already.
How you
Well,
get
what
down-
about what do you mean by
how you
that?
get
now?
down with Fulanito? Like, how did that?
How'd that
connection
come
work?
about?
that was like back then too. Like I want to say 97, 98.
Word?
Yeah.
Damn, I thought it was a little closer.
Like
97,
around when
right?
Cream started too, like
Oh, word?
96, 97.
Okay.
That's crazy.
I'm crazy bad with the years.
I suck.
No, but
Sharp.
those were the
Sharply,
years.
but I get that's why
You
I
got,
suck
you
with
got
the
the
years.
spread it
ballpark.
around.
Word.
But yeah, I mean, I started doing what you guys used to do, the promo of the material. I was their promo out here. I got the CDs. They used to be called the CD 5s because they put the 3 singles on, and they sent me like, I don't know, 5 or 6 CDs. I was like, damn, 5 or 6 CDs. I went to CD Depot, made like 100. Boom, give it to all the DJs out here. The DJs that used to work
shit
for us
should
at the
go on
club.
CD
Right.
Yo, play this, doggy. This is what's up. This is gonna be the new hot joint. Yo, you sure? I never heard nothing like this before. I said, yo, just play it. You'll see what happens. Boom. People started dancing, yo, crazy.
That's
This shit took off. Like,
So you popped it off out here.
yeah. But at the same time, the label was getting it in New York too.
No, for sure.
They had Nordy Cotto and Johnny Famolari on La Mega, and they was playing it in their mixes. So it was a wrap.
Man, that's dope.
That once it hits there in Miami,
Yeah, it's already to the
takes off to South America, California.
No, you be
LA.
out there all the time. I see
That's
you.
hard.
Yeah,
Be like,
yeah.
I'm in
hard.
Colombia today.
So maybe Eddie's right. That is where the pussy's at.
I'm telling you.
What?
I could just imagine
The
the
Latin
stories.
market, man.
Especially in
Fulanito on stage dancing, singing, be
Colombia.
like, "Ah!"
Come on.
I mean, look at it for real. The landmark has taken over.
Yeah.
Facts.
Anglos are like, yo, could we get a feature on your joint, or could we do something together?
Yeah.
The hip hop
Yeah, runs the world.
people are collaborating on that urban tip.
Yeah.
And
Why?
I
Because
didn't know you
the
was-
Latinos, we got the power of the stream.
Yeah.
We got the stream power. Colombia alone, how many people is it? 50 million?
Right.
Yeah.
You're talking about how many Latin countries or how many Spanish
You
countries
hit in
forget about.
Colombia, my doggy, and I guarantee you,
You good.
you'll make a buzz around the world.
Facts.
Because that will bounce to Europe, that'll bounce to Japan, Asia. And once that happens,
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
it's inevitable that
Facts.
people got to recognize you whether you live here or not. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, no, that's ill. I didn't know you was with them for that long.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was from back then.
But then, I've worked with them in different ways too.
Yeah.
Because later on, like at one point, the group disbanded, and then one of the founders and producers said, "Yo, I want to bring this back. Why did we stop doing this? Why did we stop putting on the suits? Why did we stop putting on the hats? Let's get this group back together." And he called me up. He's like, "Yo, you DJ'd for us in the first joint," because I ended up being the DJ for them on the road too at that point when I did the promo. And he was like, "Yo, you want to be part of this new project I'm gonna do?" I was like, "Yo, let's do it. If we're gonna do new music, I'm in. Let's do new music and go in, and try to re-spark that brand,
That's hard.
Dude, because
And I rocked with him for a
been
minute.
all over already.
Yeah, I rocked with him for a minute, and sometimes people don't have the vision that you have. You know what I'm saying? like I looked at it as let's spark off a whole new generation.
Right.
Because now our people that love this music are like 40, 50,
Word.
30, 55, 50, 40, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
40 plus.
That's you know,
Easy.
definitely
But
easy
40
40 plus.
That's how I see it.
But two, there's music that has withstood the test of time.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
guaranteed.
no, for
You
sure.
can still hear that on the radio in the mix. You
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
still
know what I'm
there.
saying? Right now, today, turn on the radio. You
It's
might
in it.
hear
It's
something.
evident. It's in the fucking music already. It's in the mixes. Yeah, it's integrated.
It's in the
integrated
matrix,
good.
you know what I'm
Yeah. Big guarantee. Do I know? I see fucking trails right now.
No, but
Damn line.
that Spanish market is
Shit.
ill, nah.
Yeah,
That's no.
All that acid I swallowed. Estúpido, huh?
All that booty.
That pinga. That was a long time ago. Even when you're young, don't get it twisted. I was like 15, 16. That shit stays in you. You dig? Like I see, keep moving. I got 4 of you, Yubi. Trust me, this is crazy out here.
What
So then, you know, I was like, look, you know what? We not seeing eye to eye on the creative tip, you know. So I was like, in my mind, I'm like, I'm doing this for them, putting all this work in, making connections, making things happen for them. And I'm like, bro, I could do that for myself. You know what I'm saying? Let me do it for myself, see if it works. If it works, it works. If not, I can't say I didn't do it.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I got my project going on right now. 11-piece orchestra based in Bogota.
Hmm.
You know, we already started doing little shows here and there
Dope.
just to get the ball rolling, breaking the ice in the city. And soon to have a little band over here. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
hard.
Just putting people together to see who
What
clicks
works.
and believes in what you're doing.
Right.
'Cause that's a thing out here. You know, everybody's on their thing to do their own thing.
That's the fucking truth.
I mean, we're trying to break that.
And I don't blame nobody for doing their own thing.
No,
We've been saying that
have
for the
to
past
do your
5
own
years.
thing.
You know,
It's just
let's
You can
collabo,
unite, though, right?
Put our forces together.
Guaranteed. So, and make a bigger thing.
Let's not
Right.
just make music. Let's make
Right.
a movement.
Facts.
You know, and bring this live music scene back to where it should be.
you know, live music is ill.
You know,
Like,
I don't think it's gonna be
We're
back in
not-
the beach.
oh, it probably won't be
The way they
there
changed
all
their
the time.
laws.
the beach is done.
The way they changed the
Shit.
laws, they don't even want
It's
motherfucking
not like-
no
it's
one
not
over there
like
no
what
more.
it used to be.
And that's not really our fault. That's the spring breakers that came down here. Y'all fucked up our city.
Yeah,
You understand?
fuck city.
Facts. When y'all see all that silly shit happening on spring break, and they be like, "Look, those Miami people crazy." They're not from Miami. Everyone from Miami goes either south or north. We don't go to South Beach for spring break. That's all out of towners. Y'all fucking up our city. They
No,
think
you
it's
know
us
what?
acting like animals.
I must say, I felt like a turning point in that, what you're talking about, when that time that it was the Super Bowl and it was like Denver and Atlanta, was it?
I can't remember the teams, but I know when the Super Bowl's in town. I know what you're talking about.
It was like a time where
I
like,
suck with dates too.
people came and camped out on Ocean with like trailers, remember?
Oh, yeah.
From like
Shit.
ATL. Yo,
And
and it was Denver and Atlanta fans in the street. Man, that was mayhem, bro.
What?
That was mayhem. It was like a Freaknik all over
Yeah.
again in South Beach.
I just saw like every year they change the spring break rules for these next 2 months, right?
Yo.
Here's the new one. I don't know if you saw it. Crazy. They start off saying, "Here's our message to you: just don't come. $100 park every time you park. It's $100. That's how much you gotta pay to park.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'm dead fucking ass. There's not gonna be any clubs open. You gotta be in with the curfew. I forgot what the curfew was. I forgot what else fine they said they're gonna do. DUI checks like every 15 feet or some shit like that.
Every 15 feet.
What's that thing called? When they read your fucking plate, like they're gonna have plate readers
Yeah,
everywhere.
they're gonna
Like,
have
this shit's gonna be.
Scanners.
How can you even
Wow.
relax? You know what I'm saying? You think
That's
you're on
insane.
vacation. I can't relax. I feel like I'm getting watched all over by 5-0.
Don't go in Washington. Just go to the beach.
I never go
into your
anywhere for
hotel.
spring. I'm talking about the out of towners.
Go to your room, your nice room, get to spend
That's
money,
it.
and go straight to the
That's it.
beach.
Make sure you don't drive here.
And then come back to your hotel and
Don't
go.
drive here.
And don't
The
drive.
Marley, remember the Marley Hotel?
Yeah.
Man, the
We
Marley.
had fun at that hotel.
Oh
The
yeah.
Mullet, that was a
Yeah.
great spot.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
Great
Studio.
spot. What?
Yes.
You ever worked in the studio?
I
Yeah.
never worked there, but I seen it.
And DJ'd in there many a time.
Dope.
Remember, what was the name of the girl that used to DJ? Snow White.
Snow White.
She used to do a
Yeah,
party
she used
there
to
Wednesday
do
night,
party.
right?
Yeah, we did a show with her. Yeah,
Cool little party there.
super cool.
Cool
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, she's
Big
super
up,
cool.
big up to Snow White. Wherever
Big
you
up.
at.
Yeah.
Love you.
She had us do a show that day. That was the day that Garcia didn't go on the stage. His
Oh,
first
oh,
show.
oh.
Recuerda, it was his first show.
I wasn't there.
It's like
Like,
We
one
about
of
to
the
get on
first
stage.
hip-hop,
yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
like
she was
him.
different.
you know?
We were about to get on stage and Garcia, we can't find him. He's like standing way back there. And EFN's like, yo, where's G at? I'm like, he's right over there. So he goes, what's wrong with you? He wasn't Garcia at the time. He was Gambit. He says, I can't go on. And he said, what? What did you say? I don't think I can do it. I got like butterflies. I was like, what? You can't go on? We'll get the fuck out of here. Well, I fucking laughed so fucking hard. And then me, Drain, and Paul went on stage and rocking and we left.
And
That was
he
Snow
didn't get
White.
on?
No,
Not that night.
That was Snow White show.
man.
I'll never forget because it was the first time we ever performed Snow White.
Wow,
So fucking funny.
it's crazy.
My dog, what's your
Garcia.
name? My dog Garcia.
Exit it.
He knows.
I ain't say it.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Like,
I ain't gonna let
you
no one else
talking
say
about
it.
this, you're making me remember other things. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah, dude, there was a lot. You using like during that time it was heavy in like that era of music, that hip hop.
Yeah, it was everywhere.
It was
It was
right there.
vinyl,
That was
and
the heart
vinyl
of
was
it. Yeah,
different.
and it was
super
vinyl.
different.
you know what I'm saying?
It
That
was
was-
just
And music, so much music didn't come out.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Unless you worked
So
the
we-
shit out of it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
But sometimes, a hit is a hit.
for sure.
I
But
remember this one time. Black Rob, rest in peace, comes out with Whoa. Like 8 days later, that joint was
Yeah.
no shit,
a bomb. Like,
all over the place.
and we had him. Remember?
Yeah,
We had him at Amnesia. We didn't do him at Cream because we were like, yo, let's do it at Amnesia so we can make some money. And
nah, shit
how
was-
many people we did?
it was packed up.
Yo,
And
and
Amnesia's
they
had
like
the inside and outside.
And they
Yeah,
had
that's a big-ass
like
club.
a sexy body contest. Remember that?
Yeah. No, that's that. This
I
dude,
remember
he,
all the concerts.
He was in that sexy body contest, no?
The strippers.
especially at what's that shit? Atarasana.
Yo,
Atarasana was crazy too.
No shame,
But-
¿sabes? No fucking shame, right? Ay, ese grito.
yo, I'll never forget there was this one stripper though. She was so skinny. She had a baggy thong.
Ooh,
A baggy, damn.
that's bad.
Yo, and she won the contest, my dog.
Facts.
Her dance was crazy.
But
Stop.
everybody was on that.
Crazy or like
Her, the
unbelievable?
dance she did,
Like,
she
what
did
is
split.
she?
She
Why
did
is she
dash
up
the
there?
other, yo.
She
Word
got how you have a baggy
She had a
thong?
baggy thong.
and win. You didn't hear that part? She won.
No,
She fucking won.
I guess
Out of 10,000 women,
tells
she
that
won.
the whole club
That's
was
horrible.
just drunk.
There's 10,000 women and she won? Whoa, I better move out the city.
Girl.
Maybe she was more provocative.
Chacho. Why? What she do? What she put a cucumber in her ass?
Hey.
Yeah, the gardener over here. Y'all don't know about the gardener.
No, I pickle. I pickle
You
cucumbers.
pickled that cucumber.
That's what I do. I pickle them.
Oh man, we're not here to talk about you though.
We're not gonna talk about it. Yo,
That's a true story.
the only reason why, well, I know you before all the DJ shit because of your brother AD, because he went to Sunset with all of us,
Right.
and that's how I met Rob,
Right.
and it was just Rob until now. I was like, oh shit, nigga, DJ, word, get the fuck out of here. I came out here and just pew.
I always knew your brother though, AD. I was he
Well,
knows.
AD, man, I feel like was a very intricate part of the whole starting of hip hop.
Big facts.
The
Of the
culture
scene.
out here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
no, for sure.
You know,
That's a guarantee.
Definitely.
That's why I said it would have been dope if
he was a
he came with
he
you.
was like one of the first. He was one of those first doormen that like dressed up and used to be like, "Yo, guys, you know what I'm saying? Let's try to clean it up." Cause remember, when we started this shit, nobody wanted to host a hip hop party. We had to kind of like make it in their favor for them to let us use their spots.
Yeah, and they was giving
You know,
you the
and then
Mondays,
that's when
the
we were like-
Tuesdays.
Yeah.
That's when we were like, "Yo, we gotta just
Turn it up.
open our own joint. We gotta open our own joint and do
No,
the
that
things
was-
we want to do." You know.
Right.
And then during that time,
And I'll tell you this, Eddie, one of the probably most consistent pushers of hip hop
I
every
tried.
week.
I was out
Yeah,
there.
guaranteed.
day in, day out, bringing the fucking new, all the breaking records, going to the clubs, consistent. This guy right here,
Yeah, we know.
man.
It wasn't just the clubs, strip clubs, everything.
And then after that, the right hand
And
man
right here,
came with me.
right here too. That's another big reason.
Because I had him 14-year-old. He was up in level.
Okay, all you do is put sunglasses on him. They're like,
No,
yeah, he's
man,
21.
he was up
Get
in
over here.
Mansion
Because he was so
level. He was in every club. I had him in every club. He was this tall when he was 14.
I couldn't fucking believe it.
Yeah.
You what the fuck?
That guy, he don't want to. He don't want to
Talking
admit
about.
that.
Your little beard was a little short, a little shorter.
Yeah, but
Maybe
he had that. He had that height. That, you know what I'm saying? They was
and he
like,
put some sunglasses
they-
on and he just be like this.
they ain't even question it. It's like, yeah, that's probably his
Nothing.
security.
So what do you want me to do?
Start tapping your feet and hitting the table.
I'll talk to you later, man.
Fucking Taino, you see?
Puerto Rock.
Puerto Rock. He got to bang on the drums and shit.
I haven't started banging yet.
Got my
Side going.
You do the good as you used to.
Cabron. Go.
Nah, but you know what else I wanted to say, that you guys are like that epitome of saying, dream, like teamwork makes the dream work. You guys have always been a tight, cohesive team.
Right.
Y'all all had your different, y'all were delegated your responsibility, and y'all, did what y'all had to do. And for that, I commend you guys.
Appreciate
for pushing the fucking culture forward when a lot of shit was against us. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Anytime.
Oh,
people
yeah.
did not want us to have this. You know what I'm saying? And
No
now
guarantee.
they want to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because it's just too big now.
We appreciate you even saying that because we don't give we too humble to say it ourselves. But
Yeah,
imagine we've been we've been to do either business and friendship for the past 37 years.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It's just
with
like,
with
it
11
never-
people, it's hard.
It never felt like.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But it never
Believe
felt
me,
like
I'm
work.
it was for a different
Yeah.
feeling. Word.
Let me get.
None of us were
That's why I
millionaires.
still do it.
Yeah,
And
No,
but
that's
that's why
why
I went
we
in
still
another
do it.
direction.
yeah.
Because I felt like, you know what? I can't be, saying, damn, making an excuse, oh shit, it's gotten whack. I gotta take matters into my own hands.
Correct.
And make it for myself,
Correct.
and make something that other people may like. But if they like it, they like it. If not,
You can't just complain about
I
it.
like it. You know what I'm saying? I get a few people dancing at least. I may not get Bad Bunny numbers, but I got, you know what I'm saying?
Bad
It's hard to make
Fill
Bad
the-
Bunny numbers.
Fill the club.
Don't feel bad. It's
on a
hard. It's hard to
Saturday,
get Bad
you know what
Bunny
I'm saying?
numbers. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying,
Word.
because
I'm imagining who could actually be that next dude to hit those type of
That's-
numbers in
yeah,
that
that's-
world. Because he's killing it right now. Like,
He just dropped
owns it.
another album.
He
and
owns
these
it.
kids told me they like this album better than his last album.
He
So these numbers are
owns
about
this
to go
shit.
even higher. He's
took
not.
it
He
to
ain't slowing
another
down
level.
not a bit.
But you know
so.
what? I gotta commend the guy for.
There's
Me
a
too.
kid from Chile. He's doing those numbers already.
Oh, word?
And he's just been an artist like
Who is it?
a few months.
You know who
this
that?
fat kid, what's his name?
But I'm not talking about likes and views. I'm talking about numbers, money wise.
Numbers, yeah.
And in the urban, but
I'm
in
just
the
saying.
Well, from Chile, it's not from
Latin-
No, I understand. I'm just
Latin
saying.
urban
Country.
artists, right?
Yeah.
Bad Bunny just did 100 countries in 100 days,
Wow.
and we talking arenas.
That's awesome.
Right.
It's hard to sell that out,
He
you know what I
has a big catalog. This kid just has
Yeah.
3-4 songs.
I
and he's
know.
already
That's
doing
what
the
I'm trying to
same
say.
thing.
That's what I'm trying to
That's-
say.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
Younger
That's what
kid.
but look at that. Just goes to show you the
That's
power
awesome.
of
Yeah.
the stream. Like we
Yeah, of
said
course.
Yeah,
earlier.
no, for
You
sure.
know what I'm
Of
saying?
course.
He got those subscribers. You know what I'm saying? He's
His
getting
followers, all that. Yeah.
But you know what? Let's say something like this. Does that just happen like organically, or does he have a force behind him helping him to make that happen?
It could be a little bit of both.
I think he's with United Ambassadors, Steve Styles.
That's great.
Yeah.
So
It could be. It could
I
be.
think he owns everything.
It could be a little
that's
bit of
awesome.
both.
Well, there you go. He
The,
has
the
awesome.
they helping
Yeah.
him, but also
That's
he
what
might
I'm
have
saying.
organic
The kid is
fans that are really, really into him.
winning.
You know, so that's really what
Right.
matters. You know,
That's all that matters. As long as it's good music.
that's what.
Because obviously it's got to be good music if you have that many.
it's got to be
His
I mean,
name is
I would hope so.
Floyd Menor.
Floyd Menor.
Yeah, got
Wow.
the only. That's
I've heard of him.
Yeah.
I've heard of him.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was good. He
That's
was
the-
that.
that's the record.
That was
And
how
then-
major. He's gone.
Obama loves that song. How about that?
He should.
So that's what to show you the level.
We need Obama right now.
His playlist. Yo, can I get on Obama's playlist? I got a salsa song for
I'd
Obama.
brag if
You
I
got a
was
salsa song?
Right.
Yeah.
I'd brag too if I was on his
For the
playlist.
Zumba class, you know what I'm saying?
Nice. That's funny. That's good. I'm glad. And I haven't even heard his music or anything. But of course I know you know what you're talking about, so I know you're right.
Yeah.
That's just awesome that there's a motherfucker like that blown up like that.
Coming out is just,
Yeah, for sure.
But that's
so you see it everywhere.
That's the problem. Right.
Wow.
you know.
Yeah, the recognition is
The
crazy.
power, you know, the
Yeah.
power of the internet.
The internet's crazy. Changed the world.
That's the two extremes right there. My man going out to the club
Right.
with the vinyl in his hand.
Oh yeah,
Guerrilla marketing.
Going from that to
Right.
we saw the
To an
change.
email.
And now to
Yeah, we saw the change.
Yeah, that change fucked
I'm
up.
glad that I went through that.
video.
That change fucked
I
up
mean,
our pockets.
That whole department is that whole department
Fucked up
pretty much
our
is
pockets
no more.
big.
You understand that whole street
Yeah.
team? You see
Yeah.
the street team?
the street team.
No,
the
it's-
street team is
it's-
digital now.
They used
Exactly.
to be mad street teams.
Street
out
team is digital
outside,
now,
you
just
say?
just like you said.
Yeah, but it's
Yo,
still
send
less
other
people.
posts out. I need
Still
you on
less people, I
IG,
promise you.
Digital
Facebook.
killed the street team.
You
You know what I'm saying? Like they said about video killed the you know what's it? What was it?
The
Video
video killed the
Killed the
radio.
Radio
star.
star. And that's
Now,
facts
you
too.
know what I'm saying?
But you can't call it a
It's
street
fact.
team when you just on the fucking computer.
Hey, they just
a promo team.
they kept it with that.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
it's
just
the
saying.
street team. No, it's whack.
The
Because-
you know, the personal thing got lost. You know what I'm saying?
Of
Like,
course.
where it was like you made a, you know, like
A repertoire or something.
Exact, you know, like
What if you didn't like Eddie? Fuck you, I ain't playing shit. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what?
I mean, listen,
I'm
I
not
was
saying
cool
that.
everybody, and I still didn't get shit played that much.
Out of 1,000 people, you got the one person you didn't like. And what if he was the one came to you with the most records and you was like, I don't even like this motherfucker, fuck him, right? But you knew him personally. Now I send you an email, you don't know nothing about me. You don't know if I'm an asshole. You don't know if I'm a fucking
Man.
a robot just sending a massive,
that's what it is.
mail to right to everybody else.
Yep.
So
But then again, look, you
ain't
also
doing nothing
see all
to
these
nothing.
emails. People send me music.
yeah,
close your ears.
I get like 85 emails a day of music,
Don't touch the table.
just music.
yeah,
I mean, that's what it is now. That's what it is.
Like my
When we was putting posters up on poles and all that shit, like that, and like
it was,
you was
another
you was
animal.
during the whole "How can I be down" too?
Check this out.
yeah.
One time, giving out flyers, whatever. This is the beach now. Boom, boom, giving out flyers. Yo, I got my guys out going crazy. I had the female street team giving out flyers.
Mr. Elias,
Huh?
Mr. Elias.
No, remember my homies?
Melissa. Eddie remembers.
Oh, La La them.
Yeah,
Word.
yeah. We don't remember how I used to put them to good flyers
Yeah, yeah.
and
no,
that
man.
whole and all
No,
that
no, no.
girls.
They still
go
loyal
out.
to this day
Those
with
are my,
you.
those
Yeah,
are my, those are my
that's
sisters.
fan.
You know. Man, listen.
Shorty J's a cutie. I just said that.
And they put some
Eddie's
flyers on cars.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah. That's
Code compliance hits me
of course.
for 70 flyers.
That's it. You
Well,
got lucky.
No. All right, boom. Takes me to court.
How much?
They wanted to hit me for $70 a flyer.
Damn.
I'm not good.
$70
Want to tell my record? with Echo?
$70 a flyer, 70 flyers.
You want to tell my record? That's nothing if you compare. If you want to tell my record with Echo, the
Oh, yeah,
fine.
we gave him $1
I
million.
told the judge, I said, listen, I got $700 for you right now.
Right. That's 10
It was
flyers.
like 10%. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
but see, that's the foul part. Is that you're the club there. They
Yeah.
have to pay that bullshit.
So they came out. No, they had come out with some crazy ass law where you had to have a permit to even be able to
Yeah.
give out a flyer. Remember
correct.
that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You have to get a permit.
So what happens? We in front of Cream. We're doing the Wednesday night.
Yeah.
DJ
Big
Khaled rolls up with a stack of flyers and starts giving out flyers in my line on the Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Remember?
No, I know. That was for his, the temple, right?
No, he's doing a party like on another Wednesday night.
He's trying to
and he's
steal
trying
those
to
people.
give flyers to them.
No fucking way.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, okay, cool. I
that
don't
was,
know.
That was guerrilla
I
marketing.
come out
Yeah.
and I see him. And I confront them. I'm like, yo, my man, let's do me a favor. Just do it across the street. Mind you, he had already DJ'd at the spot with me. I had already given him.
I know
something
that happened.
He did a temple at the Cream.
He did temple at Cream.
He was doing it originally at the Shelbourne, and the Shelbourne got scared. People started calling, yo, what's up with that party? Is a party? They got scared.
Wow.
And they were like, we don't want to host your party no more. And he had to move it like on some quick move.
Quick, yeah.
And I was like, yo, come on. Saturday. I let him have the Saturday. I'll never forget. We did mad paper at the door.
That shit was.
People was on top of speakers.
That shit was.
No lie.
That was
but it was, like I said, different. He was on the radio too. Remember, he was on the Mix 96. So it was like flyers in the street, Mix 96.
No. He had the whole shit
culture
covered.
that was like just burning at that point. Like,
you go to the flea markets, it was all there. Everything like it was
like on fire right there, like at the inception around that time. Not really the inception, but like I want to say the era.
I think once they noticed, the club owners, they was making money on these off nights that they wasn't making money.
That's when
they're like, oh
changed.
Shit, we got something over here.
Yep.
We got to keep this every Monday night, every Tuesday
People
night,
that
every
didn't
Wednesday
want to
night.
do something on Friday and Saturday were like, I'll do Monday, I'll do Tuesday, I'll do Wednesday.
Yeah.
Once they saw that shit was making money, it was like, damn, we got something here. And look, it took over.
And it was for like that supposed quote unquote, my bad.
You're just making him
cool crowd for the cool kids, you know.
Yeah. Like I didn't go to Fat Black Pussycats too much.
My bad.
I went there once.
I didn't go there.
I would go every once in a while. I knew the guys.
Who was
I knew Conrad from New York.
See, I didn't know who
Conrad.
I heard the name.
And Gilbert. I knew Gilbert from the inception of the place of Liquid. That was like a spot that.
Yeah, no, Liquid was crazy.
In the hip hop room had that crazy.
Yeah.
Every Monday night, crazy. They had the big room with like funk, soul, disco classics, and they had the little room with the hip hop.
And when he said little room, that shit was little.
Yeah, I remember. I seen it.
But it used to be like
deep.
Lit up, right?
No.
Yeah.
Unwalkable. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no.
Yeah, it was crazy.
You don't see that shit.
It was changing sweat with people, you know what I'm saying? At that time.
But it was a whole different vibe. And
you don't see that shit no more.
But people used to actually dance.
Right.
Yeah.
You know? And now it's like he said, people's on their phone. I want to do a party where people got to put their phone in the locker.
Fact. I was just about to tell you that.
Like when they go to the comedy club.
Right.
You got to put your
and
phone in the
maybe give them like a little Polaroid camera.
Huh. That might be.
That's it. You got one roll. Make sure you take the best pictures.
The best 16 pictures you ever shot.
No phone.
Yeah, there you go. Let's start it up. Grumpy OG's
Write that
rob Dinero.
Yo, just put me in.
I got
an idea. Put me in for a little commission. It's all
I got an idea for you. We'll talk about it later.
Yo, let's talk, man.
That's crazy.
Listen, I'm all about making money.
And it's nostalgic too, so it's dope. You know what I mean? It's a part of our history coming in. Listen, you want pictures here, motherfucker. And when you're done, dance, bitch.
Yeah, but we got your phone. No phones.
Not a bad
but
you know what? I think
like
there was like some comedy comedian or something that did it that you had to give your phone in before going.
Comedy shows. You can't take them inside.
You go to improv, they take your phone.
Yeah, facts.
Oh shit.
Them and Diddy did that to his parties.
Whoa.
I'm just saying.
Diddy.
Whoa.
You went to he took your phone that day.
All right, you know what?
I never went to. You went to a Diddy party, huh?
Diddy did parties at Cream.
I know.
Right,
So,
but
couple parties.
Those weren't the parties.
You went to the Diddy party,
Yeah.
like to the mansion party.
Nah, I ain't gonna
You
lie.
ain't been there?
I only went to one party at his crib and I left early. I
They
had to
was
DJ.
squirting baby oil all over the place.
Nah,
No
it was,
baby oil?
it was just some
Nah,
food
let me
shit.
stop.
It was I just,
It was suntan on
I
at
guess
that
it was
time.
early. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't see nothing.
Oh, it was okay. Yeah, you went during the
I went
daytime.
It was a
like
daytime
Safe.
party. Yeah,
You went daytime.
And I had
yeah
to
that's
work
when the baby
that
oil
day.
goes out.
Oh no, another shit where you be out with mad beautiful ladies.
Beautiful women's.
Is Lola, right?
Lila Nicole, yeah.
She do it. She having them all the.
I get to collaborate with her.
I
curate the sound.
She got some fly shit.
The mix for her shows. For her. So we get together. She'll show me the prints and whatnot she's doing. She's like, look, this the concept, and then I'll say, all right, how you feel about musically, what were you feeling, or did you hear something that inspired you to go that way or something like that? We'll do like 30, 40 songs, and then we'll do like a song per girl. Every time a girl comes out, live in the mix while she's doing that thing. Nobody does it like that. Like, they'll play a mix. They might even have a DJ, but most of the time they'll just like play a song. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A couple songs.
Right.
For that type of format on the runway, it's like some unheard of style of doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
dope.
No, that's dope. Like, that's a good platform. Like,
yeah, no, for sure. I gain a lot of followers from that too.
Yeah.
That's hard.
For sure. That's my sister right there too. She soon as she
I gotta hang around you a lot more, man.
She just sent me a couple.
Seeing you the plug.
She just sent me a couple songs the other day.
That's crazy. That's dope.
I was trying to get her to do a Latin thing, and she's like, "We'll talk."
That'd be dope too.
Nah, yeah, do something different.
Yeah, man. And my thing is, like, us as Latinos, we do speak some Spanish. We gotta like kind of try to conserve this, man.
You wouldn't try to like plug yourself up with some of the freestyle artists that's still doing it?
Of course.
I'm pretty sure you got some connects.
I'm friends with a couple of them.
You cool with Lisette Melendez?
Lisette Melendez is not as cool as I am with Sapphire. Sapphire was is the sister of my brother's partner in a freestyle group.
Oh, word?
Yeah. Remember this song that used to go, "You'll never find another love like mine."
Yeah.
We wrote that joint on the table in the crib.
No fucking way.
In Uptown on Dykeman. It was Sapphire's brother, Ponch, Frankie Cutlass, Puerto Rico, Willie. My bad, Willie, and my brother. My brother was the drummer. My older brother.
Yeah.
Back in the mullet days, I got the pictures and everything. Yeah, man, that was a time too, because I was like that young dude. Like, hold on, man, I'm going too. No, you can't get in. You ain't got no ID. Don't worry about me. I'm getting in.
in.
I'm serious. I used to get in everywhere, bro, and I would never even show an ID. You know what I'm saying? I used to roll up with them and be like, "No, I'm with them."
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Sneak through the side.
That was like a fun, like a privilege. I felt like I grew up in that time watching that little era of Latin hip hop, because that's what it was in the beginning. Freestyle was called Latin hip hop.
Yeah.
Before it was called freestyle. You know what I'm saying? But I think what happened was, like, labels didn't want to invest. Like, the majors didn't want to invest into us.
That's what it looked like.
They didn't believe in us.
I think they didn't know where to put us. You can put a pop or this. True. Like, they didn't know.
They didn't
where.
know, so they just said, let's leave them there.
Let's make a little bit of money.
Because at the end of the day, let's be real. Freestyle, what is it? It was dance music.
Yeah.
It's dance.
It's dance.
It's electro dance. It had like the elements of like Planet Rock in it. You know what I'm saying?
I want to go on one of the Cynthia cruises, man. Like, that's.
I've been trying to book myself like to DJ. I spoke to the girl. She was like, "Yo, all right, but you gotta sell some cabins." I was like, "I'll think about it." You know what I'm saying? I could probably get a few cabins, but I ain't selling a million.
Shit, let me tell
not
you,
everybody's going on a cruise.
It's really not bad, and where they going, like, it's pretty good.
I ain't even gonna lie though. I'm a land lover, bro. I got a lot of respect for God and Mother Earth. You know what I'm saying? And nature. And you cannot tell me that you can get on a ship and be like, "Oh no, it's gonna be okay." You don't know that, my brother.
But then it's the same
A
shit.
wind might come.
It's the same shit with a plane. It's worse.
And
you
you're
in the
done,
air.
my G.
Yeah, that's just
You thousands of hundreds
Kind
of
of
feet
like
up.
you kind of like betting on your life right there.
A life preserver hold you.
I'm
up
not
in the
good
water.
on ships. My equilibrium don't let me. I'll be throwing.
He was throwing up
No,
for weeks.
listen.
But let me tell you, when I took that
Went-
submarine and I was good, I loved the cruise.
You went?
But don't get it twisted. I sat on the balcony and I was like, yo, I could fucking be in that water any second now, and no one would fucking know.
No, they wouldn't know.
A few years
No,
back,
I want to know.
Yeah.
like I was
It's not
approached.
Titanic days no more.
I was
bro.
approached by a couple of different lines, like, yo, come be a DJ on it. And I was like,
Should have at least done it for a little bit. Just
it was
check
like
it out.
30 days straight of like
That's
being
a-
in that
you
seat.
didn't wanna
type
do
thing.
that
I was
That's a
like,
lot.
yeah.
Could we test it out with 2 weeks first? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, doggy,
Let's do 2
you
Yeah.
don't want to see.
30.
30's a lot in
That
the
shit
water.
go by fast, man.
Hey, yo, hey,
Nah,
fast.
Shit go by
think so?
fast.
Maybe, you know, maybe.
30 days?
Yeah,
Come
man.
on.
Nah, I don't even like flying. I'd rather,
Look,
I'd
we almost over fucking February.
Word.
Like, let's be
February
real.
is like blink an eye. and
You
it's
blink
done.
eye, look.
January, you blinked. It was
Look,
done. Now
Valentine's
February's
Day
gone,
coming
too.
up.
It's a wrap.
To y'all lovers out there, y'all better get your flowers and cotton candy ready.
Eddie got a plan if anyone's available.
Hector got it. Hector got his cotton candy.
I'm selling it though. I ain't giving that shit away. Fuck that. You see yourself going back into that same club scene?
Oh yeah, man.
Like
For
doing
sure.
it,
He's
like,
doing, he's
like
about
doing
to
it
do
in
it right
show.
there at the America's Backyard in Fort Lauderdale, right?
Oh, okay, I know
Yeah,
that.
well, I'm gonna be DJing there, but I'm also like in the midst of creating something
No, for
to
sure.
you know
But
to outlet as an outlet for hip hop and you know like taking it back to like the essence of what we used to do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Tomorrowland's pretty nice.
all of them. You know what I'm saying? No, Tomorrowland is dope.
Yeah.
I want to do something there, but I want to also create, you know, like a little festival type of thing. You know,
Okay.
representing our culture. You know, from the Latino side, because you see there's other ones, but they're all towards just the urban side.
Yeah, you know, like, I got you.
And people forget that we are the dancers. You know what I'm saying? We are the party people.
Word.
And we're the ones that bring the vibe. And without the vibe, there's no nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like we create that vibe. We say what's cool. We say what's hip. We put on a hat. People be like, yo, damn, I'm going to get that hat too. You know? So I think we got to do more things like pushing that envelope saying, you know what? Latinos are as big a part of this as anybody.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
It's already been said.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
it's actually in history already. Like it's there.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
it's
there,
facts.
that's there.
It should
So
be-
I'm like a proponent for that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
let's make sure we don't forget.
Well, talking about that, I asked this to everybody that either MC, DJ, whatever, this and that. But I always ask them, do you know the 5 elements of hip hop?
Of course.
What are the 5 elements?
Well, I'm gonna say this. It all starts with the DJ somehow or another.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The music starts the first thing. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, the dancer,
Breaking,
the MC,
MC,
graffiti,
graffiti.
and the knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Shit,
Bingo,
you
bango.
You got it all
You know
in
what
one
I'm saying?
shot. Now the 5th can be
It's what
a
you
lot
mean.
because you know it could be beatboxing.
It's debatable.
It's could be.
I want to say like beatboxing goes into like the MC thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Well,
it
I
goes
mean-
more into the production or DJ thing, if you ask me, because that's
Yeah,
music.
because he's actually making sound out of his mouth and
So you think
making it
that's an element?
actually.
Well, it was the original Fifth Element.
original Fifth
Boom,
Element.
Africa Bombata changed it to
knowledge.
knowledge.
Okay,
Yeah, because without knowledge, you can't do any of the others, no?
right.
So I guess you need knowledge.
I always felt it was the culture, you know what I'm saying, that brought it all together. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, the culture.
because
was
I'm gonna
still
say like
growing.
this: hip hop didn't start in 1973.
No,
It didn't
that
start
was
in
that was the
1973.
rapping. That was the DJing.
There wasn't the,
that word
hip-hop's-
wasn't even around.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
hip hop started before even the word rap came out.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you why.
The elements of it. You mean.
People were already dressing hip hop.
Right.
People already dancing. People already had music. You know what I'm saying? That it wasn't necessarily rap.
Right.
It was disco. It was funk. It was soul.
Mainly disco.
You know.
Disco was taking over. Well, it was
70s era.
Yeah.
The style.
Yeah.
People's
But
already
see, that
rocking the Kango.
Run DMC changed that style
Then Run DMC. That's
because
another
everyone was
turning
wearing
point.
those glitter suits,
Another
the
turning
sequin
point in
suits.
hip-hop.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Africa Bambaataa was this crazy
because
shit.
they were
you know?
on some interstellar electro.
They had some
You know what I'm
shit.
saying?
And
They were
Run
like
DMC changed the whole gear when they saw them coming out with
Grandmaster
Kangos,
Flash and all them too.
no
but then-
laces in their Adidas, and
Yeah.
like what the fuck? It changed from
It changed. Everything changed right there.
Changed
It was
from
another
there.
turning point.
It sure
Yeah.
fucking did.
So that's why you could even add fashion to it if you want, because
Fashion, yeah.
Of course.
if that's the
So that's what I was
influence.
saying, like culture, the
Yeah.
knowledge, all that kind of like
Falls into the same realm. I know what you
molds it all together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but see, at least you knew, and I'm happy you did, because you old school with us, and it's like, damn it, how you don't know? And then you say you hip hop, or you say you a DJ,
No,
you say
come
you
on,
an
man.
MC, and you don't know the five
No,
elements.
man. No.
mean. We also asked
Like,
to keep
it kills me.
to keep our culture alive too. People
No,
need to know
listen,
this.
man, you know.
You'd be astounded by how many people don't know those 5 elements. It's fucking crazy.
You know, and if that's the question we can ask all the time, at least to a DJ,
Yeah.
MC, or whatever. I even asked it to a graph writer. But see, I give the graph writers a little leeway, because graph was pretty much adopted from it. Like
Right.
hip hop adopted it because it was just a street
It
thing.
became part of the
You know,
style.
so it was like, oh, that shit is cool. I'm gonna write my name up on the wall.
People had the
Yeah.
jackets with the
Yeah,
you know
and
what
then
I'm saying?
it got into
Word,
jackets, it got
word,
into
word.
You know what I'm
art.
saying? Sneakers.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm gonna tell you though. I'm gonna tell you one thing about the sneaker culture though.
Oh, the sneaker
Me
culture,
personally,
you know.
I'm not gonna say that I was one of the first people to paint sneakers, but at one point, this is I want to say 1974. You know what I'm saying? 1974. I was already painting my Adidas. I was painting them because I ain't had no money to buy new ones, my dog. I go to the joint on the corner, shoe repair. Yo, let me get a dye. Let me get the gray and the black. Bam, bam. I make them brand new. Brand new. People, yo, man, I never seen that color before. Yo, I'm good. Yo, bring your joints over here. I got you.
Right.
Dun, 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 dun. $25. Bam, 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 bam. $20. Started painting sneakers for people. This is back in the day. Pero it's about hip hop. Where did that come from? Necessity. We didn't have the money to spend another X amount on the sneaker. But yo, let me refurbish my joints. Because I still had to look fresh.
Right.
You know?
You had to.
That's a
Worst
must.
comes to worst, you got the Griffin. Remember the Griffin?
Yeah,
The white?
the white just hit.
You went all in on your white joints,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Funny.
That's it. What'd you say, boys?
He was buying
I had
the Air Force Ones, the
I had
special ones.
I had
Air Force
Wild-
2 from
I had,
from China.
I had Wildcats.
Yo, you remember
He
that?
was wearing them like t-shirts.
That was a little
Hey,
moment
but-
there. People were selling that.
That was for the
Air Force
clubs.
Ones.
Yeah.
You go to
You
the
kept-
flea
you
market,
kept a fake
get
pair.
yourself a 60
For
pair.
the clubs, real dark. They look
60
brand new for
pair
the night. You don't want to
dollar
fuck up
Air
your real
Force
ones.
nice and fresh white.
Yeah, they're gonna
You
get
go to the
scuffed.
club, you get all fucked up.
Guaranteed.
You throw
Drop
it
2
away.
drinks on them.
White.
It was $60.
Super off white though.
for the.
for the bootlegs.
For the bootleg joint.
But let me tell you something. I ain't gonna lie. They got me a couple of times with them joints because they look
Oh, they
perfect.
got
They
you.
look perfect.
Yeah.
Until
I
you,
always
until you
knew it
walk,
was
they
fake.
look perfect though. Until you walk in them for about 2 hours, then your feet feel like you've been walking on rocks all day. Yeah, big facts. Telling you,
Nah. I guess the ones I
There
got
was
were
some
good.
fake
Yeah,
there was a good one.
that was the real
They were
like
perfect,
they
man.
was
They were just
duplicates,
last-
But
replicas. No, they're called
yeah.
replicas.
on
That's
some
all
reality
I had like
thing,
five of those.
I was watching something where the guy was like, "Yo, you know what? The company's open from this time to this time. Doesn't mean I can't come in from this time to this time and do your job." And he used to just do it in the same place where Nike did it
Right,
with his own material, bam, the same place.
right.
Highway robbery, you know what I'm saying?
That's funny.
That the material.
that-
you
a
got-
million
you got the
pairs,
know-how.
man.
Those
It doesn't mean one.
no.
It's wild.
Yeah,
Those
That's a whole
companies-
other thing. That's
The dude who
the
would
sneaker
sell those
culture.
shoes back in those 90s, he said that he would get that material. That's from the Nike company, but just they would do it themselves.
On some side note,
That's some side shit, right?
why not?
let's sell this for cash, bang.
Guarantee.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't mad at that hustle.
No tax to pay.
I ain't mad at that
I had a
hustle.
plug for some good Louis, like really fake, but it
Yeah.
was really good because it was real leather.
Smell like Louis.
It smelled like Louis.
There was some.
Hey,
Listen, uptown where I used to live in Inwood, a place called Inwood, right next to Washington Heights, in the middle of Washington Heights in the Bronx. Man, there was these Korean people. Dude had the perfect talking about. Look, let me show you the lining. Came in the right kind of bag, package,
Yep.
the whole everything, man.
You want a Rolex? I got you.
I've seen him.
It's a couple of
I've
thousand.
seen him.
You're like one or two.
I like how you try to compare the fake to the real.
Well, I'm saying
It's not. It's $100.
it's called a replica. It's not called a turum turum.
Oh,
Back in the day, I don't even know now.
No,
I can't
haven't been
remember.
down
You
there
got
for a
your
minute.
shit on the Delancey, right? Your chain?
I got it in Canal.
Is it Canal?
Not a watch. I got.
Now you just hit Amazon and you get them.
No, this we talking about
Oh, yeah.
90.
No,
Rolex.
Walmart
Hey,
sells Rolexes.
True.
Walmart,
Only
yeah.
online.
Yeah, but we're talking 98.
Walmart.
used and everything. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them. I'm gonna floss
wild,
them.
man.
Be like, this ladies.
E-commerce.
I'm done with.
I
I'm
got
done
the
with.
Rolex.
I'm done with him. I'm done with him. No fake. I don't need nothing.
Empty pockets though.
No.
I'll buy you one round.
You saw them Louis he got, right?
Yo, come on, don't talk about my shows.
Yo, listen.
It's
I'm
a
done
lot
with
of
you.
money though. It's with a lot of money.
Just because of our timing, I want you to be able to get out your socials, whatever projects you think you're doing, anything you want to promo.
Well,
Let people
right
know.
now,
Let people know whatever you want them to know.
the place I'm mainly at is on Instagram at DJ Dinero, and that's really it right there. Like you can find me there. My
Everything.
website is there.
Okay.
All my contacts are on the website. So come through, subscribe. Get ready for some new things I'm doing. The Cream Foundation is coming. We're gonna start doing some things for the community.
Dope,
Dope.
I've gotten a lot out of Miami, and I think it's time for me to give some back.
Gangster.
You know what? It'd be kind of dope to do like a cream spot.
So, listen, man, it's gonna happen, and
Bring
for
it
sure, I wanted to invite you guys to be part of it, to host it, to present.
Oh yeah, man, definitely.
A part of the culture. You know what I'm saying?
sure.
I'm gonna have
That's
every
where we
part
was
of the
at.
culture is gonna be represented in what we do, and we're gonna make sure that we give, especially our people, the right kind of love that we deserve. For
Right.
being there, for
Yeah,
pushing
for
it
sure.
along
For sure.
from day one, from day zero, because I put it to you like this: before it was even called rap, we was already doing it in the park,
No, for sure.
right there on Dykeman
Like-
Park in Nagel, where they play the best basketball in the country right now. Dykeman Park. We'll go there. We was poor. I didn't have a whole DJ setup. You know what I'm saying? You called up your man. Yo, you wanna bring your turntable? I'll bring mine. Yo, Chico, bring the speakers. DJ Ruben from the corner brought some crazy speakers that he would jack from his dad. My other man had the amp rack. We'd all have records, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We'll all
Put it
roll
all
up.
together. It's a party.
We'll be there all day just spinning records, using each other's records, camaraderie, And at that, people didn't really rap yet.
Right.
They just spoke. They would go,
Yeah.
da, da, da. Some guys said something, you know what I'm saying?
That rhymed.
That was cool,
We in the park.
You know what I'm
in the
saying?
dark.
That's why.
Yeah, man.
That's where MC
What up,
came
y'all?
from. That was the real
Yeah.
MCing when they was doing that. Now you rap.
So that's why I say the DJ came first, because
Right.
if
Without
not,
the
there
sound,
wouldn't even be
party.
nowhere to plug a mic in if you didn't
Right.
have the DJ.
Big facts.
Or somebody put in music.
We got to give the props to the Jamaicans because they the ones that
The brothers
basically
brought the sound.
gave
sound,
us
The idea of the
course.
sound.
oh shit.
Right.
Of course.
that sound clash thing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like
Facts.
they put the speakers out and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
When they moved
There was-
into the
there was
country and they
DJ
came to the States,
Yeah,
They brought it with them.
they was boom. That's how you got connected
Whoa,
in the street
that
lights,
was-
the lamps.
That's-
Because they papa said, go on the light.
That's the legend of
Get
of
the
Kool Herc's
electricity.
story. You know, Kool Herc's
Yeah,
story
facts.
is that his dad was a sound,
Yeah.
and he was like, you know what, I'm gonna borrow these speakers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's, you know, like I said, it started from necessity. Hip hop started from necessity. Hip hop started from ingenuity. What are we gonna do? How are we gonna have fun? How are we gonna get out of this everyday rat race that we
Enjoy this
in?
fucking
You know,
rap
let's
race
fun
we
party.
in.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Let's forget about our troubles and our 9 to 5, as the song says. You know what I'm saying? And let's party. You
Yeah,
know,
that's it. No, that's
let's make the best out of a good,
that's
out of a bad
the
situation.
birth of a
Facts.
dope situation that
And
we
look-
have
and look
now.
where we are- where we're at today.
Shit.
Everywhere you go, bro.
Though it's
Everywhere,
worldwide,
bro.
period. It's the biggest sound in the world.
Everywhere, man. I've
Um,
seen hip hop like in the jungle.
No, for sure.
You
You
know,
from
In
beginning
my
to what it
tour,
is.
I've seen it places where I was like, how do they know about this here?
Mm-hmm.
You know, where people still have their own language. You feel what I'm saying?
These
It's-
motherfuckers work the E and these people went
Yeah.
to Vietnam.
I'm surprised y'all haven't been doing more of that. Going
Oh, he
more
just-
spots, man.
He's thinking about it. He's
He's,
putting
he's,
it in.
about to he's
man.
setting up another
Get
one.
that
He
in,
put it in.
man. I was like, when's the next joint?
Yeah,
Nah, it's hard.
He
It
went
was
to
love that.
Vietnam. I was
Love
like,
it.
you found hip hop in
I
Vietnam.
love, bro. I love that, man.
And that's
Coming whole series all on crazyhood.com,
Go to-
official
yeah,
crazyhood.com.
man.
and that's why another reason why we're bigging you up too, because it is about the DJ. You've been doing your thing for a very
Yeah,
long
man.
time, and we just want to let you know and recognize you and
Appreciate you, man.
let
Cream
the
gets
people
the
who don't
money.
know. You know what I'm saying? Word.
It was lines
Thank
around
you,
the
man.
block.
Word.
Yo, that's it, man.
definitely-
It was again. I say things like it's a turning point in time where before that, I felt like everything was leaning on house and electronic music. You know,
It was getting it.
Club-wise.
That's when it like yeah.
you know, and then from there
That's when,
on,
that's when space.
I think
was birthed.
people in Miami and in general saw the power of what hip hop had to offer,
No, that's it.
and people wanted to spend money, and they go buy. You know, they don't have money to pay their rent, but they'll go buy a bottle with
Right.
their friends and whatnot. Yo, put 50, you put 50, I put 50. You know what I'm saying? The
Or-
necessity,
or,
my
or,
dog.
or 15 dudes all together get in the room to come out here for how can I
Sleeping
be
on the
down?
floor.
for spring break.
You know,
Yo.
I saw more for how can I be down.
How
like
can
they,
I be down?
You know, it was
Yes.
just they trying to be out, most of them are rappers trying to get out there, and they're like 15 in one room.
Yeah,
You're
that
like,
was
damn.
He was another big proponent too, man.
Oh yeah,
Peter Thomas.
Peter Thomas, big time.
Big
Big
facts.
time.
He brought hip hop to the beach as well. He was, you know, when there was nothing, like I said, when there was nobody doing hip hop things, you know, we made that outlet and that
That shit-
platform
that-
for hip hop.
But I ain't gonna front that's what made what Spring Break is now.
Yeah,
Nah, I don't feel that's what.
Yes,
No,
that
man,
was just started
you're wrong.
from then. Once
You're
once
wrong.
No, it was the
once
same
we
amount of
came-
You're
people.
wrong. I'm
But
gonna
it
tell
wasn't
you.
reckless
I'm gonna
the
tell
way
you
it
what
was.
it is.
I don't
I'm
feel
gonna
like
tell
it
you
was
I'm
what
just
it
saying
is.
it got more
I'm gonna
popular.
tell you exactly what it is, and you're gonna agree with me. It's the music.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's the music.
It brought
When
it.
we was
and then-
doing it,
and then
we
when
had
the
a
festival
different.
stopped,
We did a
it
different
kept
type
going.
of hip hop. You know what I'm
It
saying?
kept
When we
going.
was doing it, we had a different style of hip hop. Our hip hop was more like, I want to say, celebrative. You know what I'm saying? Like, we partied. Hip hop changed, and the climate of the club scene changed because people now are on some like, you know, thuggish, ruggish thing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah,
The
you know.
music changed it. When the music changed, the audience changed.
Mm-hmm.
You get it? So when it was us, a good Latino amount of people mixed in there doing our thing, party, things changed when the music wasn't the same. We wasn't there. We kind of like backed off. I feel like there's not as many Latinos involved in the hip hop as it was back then. Now,
Now, okay, I
we kind of like say, yo,
because I can't
let's
really
start.
off the top. I mean, unless you're talking about Latin rappers, there's a bunch of dope ones.
Yeah.
That I can't, but Boris be fucking with them a lot.
No, I know.
And they're fucking. You're like, what the fuck?
I think he's talking about more just like the main scene.
But here in the States, no.
It's hard to pick a bunch of them, and everyone sounds the same. The
And I
music's
could be
more
wrong.
boring.
I mean,
It's all
Joel
about
Ortiz
pills
and Nems to me, like they ill.
No,
yeah, but
for
we're
sure.
talking about
And
two,
but they're
two
already
out
they're
of
already
out of a
you
thousand.
know.
You know,
But I'm even talking about on a whole other level of music, like even in, like I want to say into the tropical music, like salsa, merengue, bachata, cumbia.
Oh nah, you know most of the
You know,
freestyle singers
rhythms.
is going into salsa.
You
Because
know,
I mean that's where the money's at too, Spanish
Yeah.
music.
And the covers are going viral.
Yeah.
You just sing somebody else's song.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes off. And
Yeah.
then boom.
You know.
yeah,
It's just crazy.
yeah. I got some
You
little
get
covers
good at
coming.
that.
I got a
What
couple
is
little covers coming out.
You gotta do a little
I'm
bit of
just
remix
waiting.
to
I'm
it.
just waiting for the permission
And
to
do-
drop it, because I don't even want to drop it just to drop it. I want to make sure we do it right and you know, try to monetize and you know, be like, hey,
That's what this world
let's-
is now.
let's
Monetize.
cover the electric bill with something. You know what I'm saying? A little something.
do we know? Yeah, we understand.
Because that's the hardest thing right now to do is get the streams.
The
Because
monetize.
sales you're not gonna get. You know, sales you're not gonna get. Let's just be honest. If you're not a
If you're not like
a top
yeah,
10
yeah,
artist,
you're right.
you
Right.
ain't selling nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Even
Let's
if you
be-
put it
let's-
for
let's-
$1.
You know,
I don't
even
know why
though
it's $1, man.
there's-
Like why you
there's
spend
a
$1?
lot of
you can stream it for
independent
free.
artists that are getting it.
Well,
you
yeah,
know?
you can stream it for free
'Cause
but
they-
you can just
they
say,
found
yo, I
out
have
the
it in my
formula.
phone.
Yeah, but you still
That's
pay
why he said the
stream.
streaming is what's
Still
popping.
pays them.
But if you pay the
Well, if you
Yeah.
pay a subscription, then they're getting
But this-
paid.
Yeah, for that shit up
They're
there.
getting
Trust me,
paid
there's,
though.
there's a billion places that you can stream for free without any subscription. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The people do
You
that.
can buy the song on iTunes.
I
That's
know,
what they're
for
not
$1.
doing. Right.
Yeah, that's it. It's
Perfect.
yours.
It's yours.
We got it.
Yeah.
No
That's
one's
what I
doing
do. I just buy the songs. Like,
Yeah, man, it's
literally.
only $1.
Right.
Because you know what?
Stop it.
I could rip it easily.
Yeah,
I can rip it if I wanted to.
You can get it from anywhere.
No,
I ain't
that's
gonna
not-
lie.
that's not
Sometimes
cool.
there's
That's
a
not cool.
a version that you cannot find and you cannot buy.
Exactly.
I might rip that. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes,
Yeah,
I might
sue
rip
me.
it.
I'm just
Sue
playing your
me.
music,
Just
you know.
make it-
I'm just
yeah.
playing your music
Shouldn't be a
and making
problem.
you famous. Is you
I
know.
mean, you a
pushing
DJ
you.
is a different
You know what I'm
story.
saying?
If you just
But-
to
But-
fucking stop being to be a
For the
cheap
most
bastard,
part, I just buy it. I buy the song because
Don't
yo,
be a
it's
cheap
only
bastard,
whatever
yo.
it is.
It's a boogie.
And at the
right?
end of the
How
day,
you
it's
think
an
artists
expense
live?
for me because that's what I do. So I
Right.
can write it off anyway.
yeah.
So I don't mind contributing to the artist.
Right.
I bought Bad Bunny's album the other day. I went to buy one song at $129. My man's a genius. He's like, yo, I put it at $499. The whole
Holy
album.
Shit.
I was
Come
like,
on, give it to me.
that's a bargain. Run.
Yeah.
$5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Part of
Yeah.
my expenses as a DJ, you gotta stay hip with what's going on. And you know that once Bad Bunny's album drop, people are gonna be there with their phone like this.
Yeah.
Shh, Bad Bunny, Bad Bunny.
Well, you should have like one of those freeze guns. Just blow.
I saw this.
Just blow
I
that
saw,
shit. I saw it on IG.
I saw
That's
it
what
on
DJs
Instagram.
do.
I put it up. I put it up because
Oh, it
I
was
found
you.
that's mad funny.
Yeah, no, that's what y'all should have.
I'm
Blow 'em
gonna
up.
tell you
That's gotta be
what
enough.
my solution to this is, and I think there's something already out there. There's an app
Oh,
that you
yo,
could
that's-
with with a QR code or whatever. You know what? Listen, man. I ain't gonna lie. The last few times that I've DJed, 4 or 5 different people have come up at the end of the night and be like, "Yo, man, you was rocking. Let me buy you a drink. Let me buy you a drink." I'm like, I'm not a drinker. You know what I'm saying? I don't really drink no more. I used to be a drinker back in the days. I used to polish off bottles. I don't drink no more like that. You know, so yo, you was gonna spend $12, $15, $20 on me. Tíramelo en cash. Tíramelo en cash, my G. Do me a little tip. 4 or 5 people every night. Dun, dun, dun.
On a QR
Show
code.
your DJ love. You know what I'm saying? And I
Right.
think there's like an app already about it. But if
Right.
not, hey, who's the app guy? Let's get it made. You know what I'm saying?
that's actually-
We're like, yo, you put your QR code there. Yo, you want to show DJ
Yeah,
some love?
they, from their phone, they can just tell you the request.
You might get lucky.
It's
You
not-
put people to dance. That you might make a few $1,000.
Right.
You know, when people get nice and they start dancing,
Yeah.
they get loose.
Well, whoever's an ad
And when it's
creator,
digital, it's even more loose.
we got an idea.
Watch the idea pop out.
Rob the Nero and
watching
Grumpy
me.
OGs.
You're watching me a lot like the cops.
Rob the Nero and Grumpy OGs gonna have what's that shit?
And that,
The app.
the DJ app.
You already drunk?
Yeah.
A little half a
The
bottle?
DJ Love app.
I'm telling you that wine
Listen,
turn you
And
turns
I
you
think
into
that's
a
what's
wine.
gonna
No.
happen. I think that's what's really gonna happen. That's the
good idea,
future.
Yeah.
I think that's what's gonna happen with the whole industry.
Okay, listen. Anybody out there listening,
Artists
don't listen.
are gonna have to
Same
get
thing like
prescribed.
Rewind.
We got
restaurant.
this.
You just download
Oh,
the app
Yep.
and you play whatever you want.
Yep.
Right there off your phone.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
And
you
money.
set the vibe.
And then always say, "Yo, take the ticket to him."
Yeah.
we coming out with new mints, EA
Oh yeah,
mints.
eat
Oh yeah,
Mints.
ass
EA.
mints for the ass.
Yeah.
Eddie the ass eater mints.
So when you
man.
go and eat that culito, it's nice
You
and
put them
fresh.
in the culo, it's fresh.
Listen,
Eddie Vince.
Yeah,
I'ma tell you
EA
what.
mints. It's in the ass.
I want in on that.
Yes, yo.
I want in on that.
That's gonna
Because
blow.
listen, you saying it may be joking around, but I'm thinking of it as a product.
No, we've been.
Everybody that hears
It
is
sounds like
it's
we're
a
joking.
product.
It's a
It
product.
was a jelly
It's a
too.
product.
You know-
The only thing is, it comes to is an actual physical thing that you have to inject in yourself. So everything has to be 100%.
No inject. It's a
listen,
little
man, I
cosita
got
you
a
put in your
better-
culito and that's it.
I got a better idea.
No, it's like a little,
the hell you
just
talking
like
about?
the suppositories, a little tube that melts. It's a little tube of wax.
No, you know how Tylenol has the little gel caps?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it is. That's
No,
what
you know what?
Oh,
I'll
the
give you a better
gel,
one.
yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
give
a
it
little
to you.
jelly.
There
But
you
put
go.
me in on some reels.
What you gonna do?
Make it like an Alka-Seltzer.
You
But
want a
that's the
fucking
fizzy?
pill?
Make it like a little Alka-Seltzer, and you just add a little water, bam bam, y limpiaste el culito y rackety bang, you're done.
That could
Because if you're
Think
if you're a
about it.
girl and you're freaky enough to put a EA mint in your ass, I want to be the dirty dude to put it in your ass. That's the fun part of it. I don't want you
Yeah,
to
no.
dissolve
I'm
nothing.
talking about cleaning the outside.
It's in your ass. That's
No,
funny.
I want the inside because you know.
We
So you trying to do an enema? What'd you do?
yeah,
Coffee
you
enema?
gotta make
on
sure
your
that
ass?
Clean
the
it out.
tunnel is clean,
You
not
ever
just the
seen
what's
outside.
that? What's that? Yeah, no. what's
People are
that?
taking
They-
coffee enemas.
The thing is, what you're
Coffee
talking about,
enema. Yep.
yeah, what you're talking
that
about is
shit the
just
other
the
day.
outside. You gotta make sure the ass tunnel is clean
True,
too.
you're right. You're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
Some of
that
gotta
dissolves.
be.
That
Yeah,
dissolves.
absolutely.
And listen, it might just be clean for the
Yo.
first 3 inches wherever the mint hit.
I'm all
but
about the
it's-
cleanliness.
It's
That's
a
all
facade.
you need.
It's a facade.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
Just that, because my tongue ain't
Your
going
tongue ain't
way
that
in.
long.
Yeah, it's not going that in.
Right.
But at least about an inch in is gonna go in.
Facts. And you get about 2.5, maybe 3 inches because that mint is gonna go.
The mint's going in for 2.5, 3 inches.
I think that
So
no
at
matter-
least it's definitely covering your
no
tongue.
matter
length.
what you do, my brother, it's still gonna taste like something.
Right.
No.
Like mint.
If
know.
not,
No, he's
cherry
right.
cherry blossom.
We're gonna have
Victoria's
cherry
Secret.
blossom,
Oh,
mint,
you took a-
guanabana. We're gonna
Victoria's
have
Secret cherry
limon.
blossom spray.
Yo.
We're gonna have a Spanish version, empanada, croqueta. All it's
That's
gonna taste
another.
like
That's
that
another
food.
product that can be developed, doggy.
We know.
The
But yeah, listen.
the tasties
I got some.
Talking about.
for the come culo.
The good thing is we have some doctors
Looking at
in the
that.
family of
Now
Crazy
that's
Hood.
weird.
There's actually some real legitimate doctors. Once we get to asking questions on what can be physically okay and won't harm nobody,
Do it. Yo,
I'm rocking and rolling with
I
it.
already know what it is, man.
That's easy.
EA butt mints,
It's in
ass
your
mints
ass.
in your ass. It's gonna be
You
fresh
know the
and
video game
tangy,
EA Sports, right? It's in the game. EA Mints. It's in your ass.
and it's gonna be nice and fresh.
Listen, we gotta go. My manager ya me está
Yeah,
mandando pa' allá.
that's it.
Listen,
Yeah.
we appreciate you.
Yo, my guys.
We
Thank you.
thank you
Rob.
for coming out.
Thank
my
you so
G.
much for having
Thank
me.
You
you,
already know,
I
my bro.
really
I'm glad we
appreciate you
finally
guys.
got to make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that, even though I may not be there all the time with you guys,
Right.
just know that
Nah, you
I'm here
fan.
for you
You
guys
fan.
forever.
Every time we
You
needed
already know.
anything from you, you
come
always held
DJ
us
a party
down.
with
We
you
appreciate
guys,
you. You already
do
know.
something. Yo, support you in any way.
Big
you
facts.
already know that. Just hit me up. Say, look, man, we're doing this.
No, for sure.
You know,
for sure.
whatever it is, even if I'm busy doing it, doing
Right.
something else, I'll support and put it up.
We appreciate you.
And bro, we've been in this together for a long time, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been pushing this whole movement out here for a long time.
Yeah,
time.
man.
But from the get go,
Yeah.
I feel like if we not the base of the whole damn thing,
And that's why we gotta preserve it. You understand?
that's what I mean, man.
Yeah, man.
But we appreciate you for even coming. We're glad we got to tell your story for a little bit of time. You know, and
I
from
want to
here,
come back one time and
when you got
talk about what.
when you got your next project, where you ready to blow
Anything,
something,
yes,
come back, let's promo
yes.
it, let's make it happen. You understand? You
This is your
family.
home. This is your home.
It's
you
nothing.
You good.
We appreciate
Anything
you
you wanna
coming through.
promote.
We appreciate you coming through big time.
You
It's
good.
love, my brother.
Brother, you
Yo.
already know.
Guys, yo,
Rob Dinero,
respect.
Grumpy OGs, Hannibal Heck, Eddie the Ass Eater. Sometimes we appreciate y'all.
Sometimes.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.